It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals on Monday Night Prime Time.
Now, from the Valley of the Sun, EA Sports welcomes you inside State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix, Arizona. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. We've got a couple of teams, Greg, that can make it happen with a defensive front. That's going to be a huge focus on this game.
With the importance of the passing game in today's NFL, Mike, you know how great it is to be able to disrupt that timing and throw off the quarterback's rhythm. And no better way to do that than by being able to get after him, especially with your defensive line. You don't have to blitz. You don't have to bring a fifth rusher. Keep that secondary intact. If this defensive line can cause havoc in the pocket for this quarterback, it's going to go a long way towards slowing down what's been a very good offense.
We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from Glendale. To return is Greg Dorton. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019, to lead them.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
First carry for James Conner. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
We'll try and run for this with Conner. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Conner. 14 on the pickup. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
There's a guy, Mike, who just refuses to go down. You love to see the old school kind of stiff arm, get off me. Ability to break these tackles and still pick up big yards.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll go again here to Conner. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Trayvon Diggs in on the tackle. Second down and 8. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Murray. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Murray looking to throw. Pass right side. That's Ryman.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Murray. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
To throw again is Murray. That'll be taken in by Connor. And he will score. James Conner. Touchdown, Cardinals. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Chad Ryland now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Cardinals will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
A short throw caught by Ferguson.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
On the ground, it's the rookie from UT. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
3rd and short. Prescott. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. Well, they hook up again. Second time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space.
A first down throw for Prescott. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike. Touchdown, field goal, but either way, I'm coming away with points.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll stick with him again. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Got a man. That's Tolbert. They get 14 on that hookup. 1st down. Cowboys.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's hauled in at the 2. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
They'll try to run this one in. Not much there. Maybe a yard. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Dak. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Dak Prescott, touchdown Cowboys.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Cowboys come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. DJ Dallas now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. To the 20. And he's going to take this one all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, Arizona. Now Ryland for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Cardinals will move out to a 14-7 lead. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. They put Pickens in motion. On 1st and 10, Prescott. The open man is Tolbert. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
2nd down, Prescott. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
First down, Prescott. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. To the outside. Catch made by Pickens.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
To the air again, Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd and long. Prescott. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
On 4th down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. This is going to be from 53 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Here comes DJ Dallas on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Cardinals offense and receiver Michael Wilson headed back onto the field. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll run with Connor. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. He runs with it. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage. But that's all he can get out of that one.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
He'll get this out quickly to his left. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the 1st down after a gain of 7.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up 1st and 2nd down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger onto punt for Dallas. And on the return for the Cardinals, it's Greg Dortch. That is fielded at the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Murray in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Two minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll have more from Glendale after this. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Running here is Connor. And he works his way past the 25 to the 27-yard line. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. Here's Blake Gillikin now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. The Cowboys offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin with 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. This one is complete. It's Pickens. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Prescott now. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
On 3rd down, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Pickens. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
A huge play just before the half. It's a gain of 34.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Prescott again. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. It's up and through. And the Cowboys move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, it's Dallas. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Cardinals offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the 2 sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. That'll be taken in by Connor. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Cowboys are in front as we send you to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman. He's got the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I think we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, has half number 2. Kicks off. The return starts from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
A short throw caught by Ferguson.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That's brought in right side by Pickens. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, Prescott to the air. He's got the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
He's got it at about the 8. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Two yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal. Here's a run. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Dallas. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Cards offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Murray. Right back to Wilson. He's got it again. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off the play fake. Here's Murray. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He's got his man, complete to Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Murray. He's going to run it. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run. Kyler Murray. Touchdown, Arizona. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Extra point now by Riley. He's got it. And the Cardinals cut the lead to 3. 24-21. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Off he goes. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Mike, this is an impressive run, especially considering the fact it was zone coverage. That's a lot of defenders with eyeballs in the backfield focused on the quarterback. So to be able to escape the pocket and pick up good yardage, really good play.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. Pass brought in by Ferguson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Prescott. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
On the return, it's Dortch. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. The home team's offense, and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and will try to sustain it here down the stretch. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On first down, the drive begins with Connor. And he's going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll go right back to Connor. Third and 6. Working out of the gun, Murray. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. It's a pickup of 12. It's an Arizona first down.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Murray. He'll try to work the screen with Connor. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Big play coming up. This is third down. On the give. This is Connor. 17 yards on that play. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at three situations. Can you run the ball in the fourth quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
First down throw for Murray. Pass right side, that's Ryman. They go play action now. Murray. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Here is a big one. Third down and 2. From the shotgun, it's Murray. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up first and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being first and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
I don't hate the play call. The best opportunity to throw the ball down this close to the goal line is usually on first or second down, Mike. The issue here is the quarterback has to know if my first read is not open, this ball needs to be thrown out the back of the end zone. You cannot take a sack this close to the goal line.
Now from the 9, it'll be second and goal. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. He keeps it himself. A dive for the end zone, but he loses the football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
At this point in the game, every point matters. And now after that third down sack, if they can force a field goal attempt, there's a big difference giving up 3 versus what a little while ago looked like an inevitable 6.
So out is Chad Ryland in a big spot here. This to tie things up here in the 4th. And this one right down the middle. It's good. That evens the score here in the 4th quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. 4th quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
On the return, here's Turpin. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
On second down, it's Dak. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's down the field for Lamb. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. We're all even, fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun, and this is Connor. And that'll be a pickup of 3. On the ground, it's Connor. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. We'll try and run for this with Connor. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down. He was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's Connor. Able to break a tackle as he powers forward 4 yards. From the gun, it's Murray. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. A gain there of 16 yards. It's good for a Cardinals first down. Connor. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
Now 2nd and inches. They'll run with Connor. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. Now, 1st and goal. They'll run it here, and it's Connor. to the 5-yard line. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Again, it'll be Connor. And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line. Cowboys going to use their third and final timeout. They'll talk things over before third down. They'll try and run with Connor. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
That third down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's third down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
This kick is good. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Throw across his body is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now, 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
3rd and short. Prescott. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. That is hard. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that's going to do it. Their late comeback bid comes up short as time has expired in this game. So it's a win for the Cardinals. They took this one down to the wire. The late field goal does the trick. They walk away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win here in the desert for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.